I really enjoyed it. My son enjoyed it too. We're kind of sad to put it down, but it's time to move on. Hey, I'm Kira, and thanks for tuning in to Shine Bright Homeschool. Today I'm going to share with you World Story 2, which comes from MasterBooks. Now, I realized something just recently, and I don't know how I missed this. I forgot to show you a look inside this book when we started 7th grade. So I realized that I never reviewed this book for 7th grade last year. And I never really gave you a look inside, and I really wanted to do that. I completely somehow, when I was doing the mid-year review video and the end-of-the-year review video that I had done, if you haven't checked those out, make sure you do. But I gave a review, but not like a deep look inside the book like I do on almost all my curriculum. If you're new to my channel and you haven't seen my other videos, make sure you do, because I share a lot about what is actually inside, so you can actually get an idea if it's the right curriculum for you and your homeschool students. I did want to say that I've already used the teacher manual for this book. Now, I have it here, but I've basically torn out all the pages, as you can see, for the exercises, the review sheets, all that, our daily worksheets that we had to do. I've already taken out, so I can't show them to you. So what I'm going to do is recommend that you go to my other video, which I'm going to link, for World Story 1. Now, this one comes before World Story 2, but this is what we did for 6th grade. Basically, they're the same thing, except the content on the inside is a little bit different. The teacher manual would basically be the same layout. The content inside would just be worded differently. World Story 1, just to clarify, is from creation to the Roman Empire, so it's called the Ancients. This is the teacher's manual for that. So you can completely go in there on that video. You can completely go in there on that video and see what the teacher's manual looks like. This is for 6th through 8th grade, just a reminder. And then the World Story 2 that we did for 7th grade, the teacher's manual I won't show you in today's video, but I will show you inside the actual workbook. It's basically just a lot of reading and a lot of great pictures and other things. But the World Story 2, I wanted to clarify, is through the Middle Ages. So it starts with the fall of Rome and ends with the Renaissance. Now, I kind of gave you a review on this in my mid-year review and end-of-the-year review that I released previously, so you can kind of get more of an idea about my thoughts. But I will tell you that we've done MasterBooks history for the past few years, and we've done really well with it. If your child is not a reader, or you're not wanting to spend the time to read to them and them really have the interest, and especially if they're not interested in history, maybe this course may not be the best thing for you, because there is a lot of really good content in here. If your child isn't interested in history at all, it might not be the right type of curriculum. MasterBooks is always, to me, pretty decently priced, and you can buy it as a kit with the teacher's guide and the workbook. You can buy it as a set on MasterBooks. I'll link it below. You can buy it with the two or individually, so you don't have to get the teacher's book if you just want to use the content and read through it. They have the weekly schedule in here, the student activity sheets for about 4 days a week, and then review sheets, and then the answer keys are in here for you. So I think that it's really a great curriculum. So let's go ahead and dive inside this today so you can see the content. I really enjoyed it. My son enjoyed it too. We're kind of sad to put it down, but it's time to move on to another school year. So I will be sharing with you other things that we're going to be doing with MasterBooks for 8th grade. So the interesting thing is that we are doing a preparatory school in the fall, and it's 1 day a week. For those of you who haven't watched my previous video about big changes for this school year that we're doing going into 8th grade, make sure you watch that, because I kind of clarify what I mean. But in the preparatory school, they actually chose for us to do World Story 1. And we've already done it in 6th grade. I ended up having to buy the teacher's guide again because I already had the actual course book. So I was kind of disappointed that we were kind of having to go over it again. I actually think my son will get more from this doing it with the other homeschoolers. I mean, it's just really projects and conversation with the other students, you know, and probably will be super easy for him because he's already done it. Because I would rather him have that rich social environment of learning in a classroom, because he doesn't get that the other days of the week when we do school. He's just doing it with me. So I'm actually glad though that I remembered that I didn't go through this book with you. So we're going to go through it and let you take a look inside. Alright, so we're going to take a glance into the World Story 2, Middle Ages, the Fall of Rome through the Renaissance. Okay, so here's where you can kind of get an idea of the start of the book, which is at the Fall of Rome, and then it goes all the way down to the last chapter is the Americas during the Middle Ages. So you can kind of see if these topics and these time periods are something that your child would be interested in, and also if it's something that you would enjoy learning about and teaching with your child. Especially if you love history, I think this is a great place to start and cover a lot of different, very important countries, religions, and time periods. So this is a lot like the World Story 1. I'm not going to go through all of it, but I will show you just kind of some things to give you an idea. They do incorporate art in the time period. They talk about the geography and architecture. They do talk about the religious differences during that time, the growth of the Christian church and the rise of other religions in different countries during this time. So my son really enjoyed the Asian history, actually. He loves different things about the architecture, the artistry, the weapons. He did like that. So you'll see, like at the beginning of the chapter, there's a lot more reading. And then towards the end of it is where they include the maps and then more pictures of the focus cities, which I kind of like because that way it breaks it up. This is about Prince John and the signing of the Magna Carta. We're touching on Joan of Arc, King Ferdinand and Isabella. I always just love the pictures in here. I think it just always flows well. I like their maps. They're always really good and detailed. And they do dive into art during the Renaissance, the Reformation. Is England, King Henry. Africa, they actually touch in here too, which I like. And then lastly is the tying in the south of the South America, Mexico, which would lead into, of course, North America, eventually the Aztecs. Central America influence. And this is basically where it ends, so talking about the Mayans as well. And then in the back is your bibliography and index. Alright, well, it seems that this book has a lot of really great things in it. I hope you enjoyed looking in it. I hope it helps you make a decision whether you want to purchase this or not for your school year. It can cover 6th through 8th grade. It's all going to determine on your students and what you feel like they'll be interested in. Thanks for watching today. Make sure you like and subscribe and click that bell for notifications. I got more videos coming out about MasterBooks Geography that we'll be doing for 8th grade and a MasterBooks Science that we'll be doing for 8th grade as well. So if you're a fan of MasterBooks or interested in more 8th grade curriculums, make sure that you tune into my channel. Until next time, make sure that you shine bright.